Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
I'm JJ,
I'm Josh.
and time to talk random shit.
What's up, JJ?
What's up? It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
We got a lot to talk about. Several movies,
A lot to talk about, man.
some music.
A little bit of everything that we've done over the years.
Yep.
Kind of spliced it into this.
Brought to you on this Black Friday.
That's right. Did you go shopping last night?
A little bit.
I drove a lot and shopped a little. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was fun. Got some cheap shit, so.
Yeah. Movies, a few games. I guess some adult stuff too, like
Toys, dildos.
no,
Oh.
like my Rubbermaid food containers and bedding for like comforter set thing for our bed. And then that's probably the only adult things we got.
You are a professional adulter, sir.
Yep.
But that's good. It was fun. I'm glad to not be doing it all day today.
Oh yeah.
But
I'll probably go back to Walmart just see what there is. See if there's any. I know I missed a lot of movies at the Walmart I went to last night, so I'll go to our hometown Walmart.
probably still some dead bodies laying around too after last night.
Probably. And just see what is it? What do you want? Scrappings are left.
Remnants.
Oh, what's that?
Sounds like the Revenge of the Review of the Nerds
Oh, what?
theme there.
Bringing our old
That we did two movies.
YouTube, yeah, two movies
Two
on
movies
YouTube.
of it?
Bringing it to the podcast. What now? We're gonna be reviewing Justice League.
Justice League. That's right. It is, like all other DC movies, fucking separated everybody. And they can't just find that one movie to bring everybody together, I guess, except maybe Wonder Woman. But,
Probably.
I mean, critics-wise and shit, I guess. But, I went with you to see it, and
Yes.
I've tried to get the wife to go see it so I could see it again, but I may just have to go sit in the theater by myself and watch it again. I don't know.
And you'll just wait till it comes out. You won't
I
go
don't
to
know,
theater,
man. I went and saw BVS twice, and
but not by yourself.
I don't like going by myself.
Yeah.
That's weird. I don't want to be that guy,
It's not that weird. I
But,
went and saw some movies by myself. Relaxing.
Let's start off with you, because I will probably talk longer.
Yeah, probably.
What did you think about it? We both seem to enjoy it pretty well.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable. I mean, always my flaws with the DC is how shitty their CG is.
I don't know why they can't figure that out, man.
I don't know how they don't. Yeah, it's like I went and saw Thor, and that movie was almost nothing but CG, but it looked fantastic, and it was like a fun, colorful movie, like it was meant to be. And not saying that this Justice League should have been fun and colorful, but I mean, when you have a movie that's all CG and you can it's just like it goes well and you doesn't
Both
bother.
of them were filmed pretty much all green screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go to Batman Justice League, and it's like, why? I mean, this is a company that makes as much money, or should be making, or should have enough money, just like Marvel, to do this shit.
When you watch the first trailers from back like a year ago, and like the final battle scene, the skies are all blue and dark and shit,
Right.
and then now they're red,
Yeah.
and it just they're trying to be colorful, and it just looks terrible. So I don't know.
But it's not just. I mean, it doesn't have to be colorful. It's just the CG needs to look more
Right,
realistic. Yeah. Like you need to. I don't know.
That was my biggest beef too. I mean
That and then I thought maybe the humor they're going to bring was going to be forced, but actually it wasn't. It was actually well done for once. It wasn't, and not too much humor, which is fine. I mean, Flash was probably one of my favorite parts in it. I mean, just
I think they're gonna pretty much greenlight his movie now because
Yeah.
he's everybody's favorite part.
because it's just like how they did Spider-Man: Homecoming. They're both teen or young. Well, I guess Barry Allen's not really a teenager though. He's but young 20s.
Yeah.
And made him still seem like a kid almost, and still not knowing everything or afraid of fighting almost. So
Yeah.
No. Oh, and there'll probably be spoilers too. So.
Oh, definitely spoilers. If you hadn't seen it by now, sorry, but
And then, well, let's talk about one of the spoilers at the very end credits when Deathstroke, not Deathshot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Will Smith in this one.
Yeah, no Will Smith. Yeah, Deathstroke came into the scene with Lex Luthor. And
Still Jesse Eisenberg.
Yep.
Yeah, he's out of jail.
He escaped jail, so it tells you he escapes.
I think you're supposed to assume that Deathstroke maybe broke him out. I don't know.
I
don't know how he got out, but
I don't know. I mean, it's like I don't know if Deathstroke got him out. It made me because like he basically like requested Deathstroke because he wanted to talk to him.
Right.
It seemed like because they want to form their own league. Which
Legion of Doom and Justice League.
Injustice League.
You know, it's probably the Injustice League.
Yeah.
Which is cool because that's got like every villain ever in it.
But Deathstroke looked pretty badass.
Yeah, he did.
Joe, whatever his.
He don't even look like himself.
The werewolf from True Blood.
There you go.
Yeah. Because it took me a second to believe Josh that it was him.
Yeah, I mean,
that is him. And then what was the other? Oh, the iconic,
race,
the iconic comic book cover where the Flash and Superman are racing. They throw that in there.
That was all Joss Whedon, I'm pretty sure. I feel like the other one was Zack Snyder, and then the race was Joss Whedon. I don't know why. Yeah. I just kind of feel that way.
But it was cool to put that in there because of the whole, like, him, like, when Superman didn't know what was going on and how he could move with the Flash.
Right.
And then how the Flash is running that truck of civilians, and then you see Superman going just as fast, but holding an entire building.
Yeah.
So it was kind of neat that they threw that in there.
Did you like how they resurrected Supes, or what do you think?
I mean,
I don't really know how else they could have done it.
No.
I've heard other people say it was like a lazy resurrection or whatever, but I mean,
how else would you do it?
Yeah, I mean, they used the Flash, like they used the whole team to do it.
Because, like, but then, the end of Batman vs Superman, he wasn't, I guess, fully dead.
Right.
So he wasn't really, but because, like, I mean, the dirt floated and stuff, and I was like, oh, so he's not he's like just in a coma almost. So.
But then in Justice League, you're led to believe he's just completely worm food. So
yeah, true.
I don't know. Maybe that was just a little story mix.
Worm food that hasn't decayed at all.
Or maybe in Zack Snyder's cut, there is a different way they bring him back. I don't know.
Right, because you said like there was like an hour of footage not shown.
Dude, yeah. An hour of it at least. 45 minutes to an hour cut out of it.
Just like they did.
And apparently it was just really slow, but they built up Aquaman. They built up Cyborg.
I guess, yeah. So, but that's why I guess also like this movie wasn't as slow as Batman versus Superman either, because it just went straight into everything.
Yeah. Which
I guess also made it kind of choppy too, because you're like, what? Like the whole scene, why? I don't know why even Lois Lane they did scenes with her that much in there. It did really nothing.
She didn't really have
the whole, and then Clark, Martha Kent, saying that Lois Lane's thirsty.
That was something. That was a Whedon joke, I think.
It had to have been, but she wasn't. She meant to say hungry.
Right. Yeah. But
that scene wasn't really necessary.
No, it wasn't. I think they were just trying to get him in the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, they cut out complete characters. You know, Willem Dafoe was cut out of it. You know, there was going to be an Aquaman scene in Atlantis, and then not Mary Jane. God damn it. Barry Allen's girl, whose name is escaping me at the moment, but whatever. She was supposed to be in it. They cut out that whole scene. So I mean, there was just a lot of stuff. Iris West.
Yeah. Okay.
And but you know, it is what it is. I like hearing JJ's opinion because I'm biased. I don't know why I'm saying JJ's, but I'm very biased. I'm always going to be biased. It takes a lot for me to even watch a Marvel movie. So when I'm stuck with defending these fucking DC movies, like I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to defend this one, but I am, and I'm having to defend it on Twitter and online, and it's not as bad as BVS was, but the fans seem to like this one a lot more than BVS.
Yeah.
Like as far as the DC community that I'm into and Twitter and stuff, but
Well, because they're not trying to make it all serious. Like, I mean, like if it was young Flash, there's no way a younger Flash is going to be super serious. He's going to have some quirkiness, and then, so.
And then
And then
Cyborg,
Superman's not always super dark. You know, he's got to have a.
Right. This was the best Superman I've ever seen on screen. So, I mean, he was smiling, he was happy, and and he's in the movie for maybe
and had a
20,
few funny
25 minutes,
jokes with Flash and stuff and everything. So.
And they couldn't have defeated the CGI monster without Superman. So. Steppenwolf. Yeah. So.
Which Darkseid was only mentioned once.
They mentioned him once.
Never showed up.
That's another thing I'm thinking was in the Zack Snyder cut. Was maybe Darkseid. But
to me, I don't because you know how Avengers and all the Marvel universe has been building up to Thanos
for what, like years, right?
Yeah. And so I figured, maybe this one was going to be, bringing it up for Darkseid. So Steppenwolf, the Messenger's coming, trying to do something, and and then. Okay, the next one you're going to have to deal with Darkseid, but it doesn't even seem like that's going to happen because they defeat Steppenwolf. But he does get sucked back up into the sky universe up there, and maybe that was Darkseid summoning him back, and he's going to come the next one. But like you said, they don't really...
A very reliable YouTube source that I have on DC who is obsessed with DC beyond all belief that I watch, he seems to think that in the original Snyder cut, Steppenwolf is summoned back to Apokolips, and that's the planet where Darkseid's from, and he's thrown down at the feet of Darkseid, and he's got to grovel and tell him he failed and all this, and then maybe Darkseid's like, I can handle it myself, and that was Darkseid's part.
Oh, so basically,
but he don't know for sure. He's just assuming that because of how Snyder brought in Doomsday just out of the blue in BVS,
right?
He's thinking he probably just brought in Darkseid at least for a cameo.
Yeah, because it seems like the next Justice League might be doing something against Injustice League, or the end was just setting up for an Injustice League movie. Who knows?
Right.
So, I don't know. They don't...
Well, originally, 2 years ago, it was supposed to be Justice League Part 1, Justice League Part 2. But then everything
Darkseid.
Yeah. So. And Justice League Part 1 was 2 hours and 45 minutes, 2 hours, 50 minutes, And it was probably going to end with Darkseid, and then the second one was going to be them fighting Darkseid. But we'll probably never see that. There is a petition online that has almost 120,000 signatures to get WB to release Zack Snyder's footage, which I think is funny because everyone was destroying him for BVS, but now they're like, "Oh, we want to see your vision of this now,"
But I thought they liked his director's cut.
I think everyone just kind of wants to see what he was gonna do with it,
Yeah.
And everyone liked the director's cut of BVS way better. Yeah, definitely. But I don't know. You got anything else to say about it?
I don't know.
What would you give it on? I'm gonna.
Oh, you still granting?
Well, I haven't really gave my full review yet.
Go ahead. We'll give our
okay. As a DC fan, I'm gonna try to keep this short. But as a fan, it really serviced us well and given us little, when J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon is up on the roof and Batman's looking down, they're playing the Michael Keaton theme music, and it's like a little altered version of it, but you still hear that, and then, and I picked it out, I recognized it, instantly, which I knew about it anyway, but I just, I'm tapped into all this DC stuff, and it's mainly DC fans, so I never hear a lot of bad stuff, so when I hear the bad stuff, I'm just kind of like, why, And at first, I couldn't figure out why nobody liked BVS until I watched it again. And I was like, I can see why people probably don't like this, you know. That's why I want to watch Justice League again, because I walked out of there fucking hyped, you know, like, I was like, this is their movie, this is their thing. But then, you know, it didn't even crack 100 million, and it's going to get beat by a Mexican skeleton animated movie this week. So,
Whoa.
that Coco thing. Sorry, bro. But, you know, I'm just saying. That Coco movie.
Viva la Mexico.
Viva la Mexico. But, I mean, it's just not resonating with anyone but hardcore DC fans. And that's where Marvel succeeds. You don't have to have ever picked up a comic book to go watch a Marvel movie and have a good time. And that's what I respect about Marvel.
Yeah, and then, but they also respect the comic book people, too.
True.
At the same time.
They've found the perfect formula to do that. And DC's just got
Minus
too much.
Iron Man 3.
Right, yeah. I didn't like Iron Man 2 either. But anyway, whatever. I just, you know, I don't know, man. They can't find their way with it, but sum it all up, 4 hardcore DC fans, 4 hardcore Batman fans, like this was, I will still stand by that Ben Affleck is a great Batman. Ben Affleck is awesome.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
And I hope he don't leave, because unless it's like a Flashpoint thing and they get a younger Batman, I don't know. But
Which could happen.
like the opening 5 minutes where he's up there with that criminal and he's just on the roof and he's using his gadgets and shit. Like, I mean, that's Batman, you know, and it's
Using him as bait.
using him as bait, yeah. Which you're supposed to just assume that Batman just knows the parademons feed on fear. But he's been around them since BVS, or, well, he saw him in that dream or whatever.
Right.
You just, as a Batman, you know, if you read the comics, you're just led to assume Batman knows everything. So, you know, that's just that. But
He's
you know,
rich. That's his
Yeah.
superpowers.
Superman, this is the best Superman I've ever seen since maybe Christopher Reeves. Like, I mean, because he was happy, he was smiling, he wasn't all brooding, and Flash was great, Aquaman was great, Cyborg was surprisingly entertaining. I thought he was just going to be nothing, but really they couldn't
He looked better than what the trailer
Yeah,
made him
definitely.
look like.
And they couldn't have done it without him, you know. They couldn't have revived Superman without him. They couldn't have beat Steppenwolf without him. I did not like the full CGI villain. I didn't think it looked as bad as some people think it did, but I just wish they, you know, what's wrong with prosthetics, you know?
Right, well,
Just use it, you know. I don't know.
it's more time consuming.
Sam Raimi's in the running to direct the Flash movie, by the way.
Really?
He's one of 3 directors on their radar. I don't think he would do it. But I learned that little nugget today. I thought I'd tell you.
That's cool.
But I think what they're going to do, Aquaman is coming next year. It's the only DC movie going to be released. So I think they're going to pretty much see how that goes before they worry about a Justice League 2. And Wonder Woman will start filming already. It comes out in 2019 with The Flash, supposedly. So I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever see a Justice League 2 or not. But I really enjoyed this one, man. I did. I really enjoyed it. As a fan, I knew what was going on. I could put the pieces together, but I could totally see maybe how the casual fan would think, like, what the fuck am I watching, you know?
Right.
Like, because it was choppy as hell. And it's not without its flaws. The Superman edited mustache was weird.
Only in a few
If
scenes.
I hadn't have known about it beforehand,
Like,
I would not have even
I
noticed
didn't,
it.
like, I didn't notice about it.
And
so.
someone says if you watch it on IMAX, it's even less. Like, you can't know. It's something
Right.
about the regular screen messed it up or something.
Gotcha.
But I don't know. I don't care. They had to do it, so they did it, whatever. But, I mean, I'm ready to give my score on it. I recommend it to anybody. It's fun. It's way more fun than any other movie. It's what they wanted to do with Suicide Squad, I think. But so much better movie than Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
You still haven't even seen Suicide Squad,
No,
have you?
I
You didn't
saw
watch
it.
Okay.
It's on theaters.
Okay. But I don't know. I enjoyed it.
How do we give, like, is it a 5-star review or something?
I think we'll go 5. I'm
is
gonna go
that-
4.5.
Okay.
So
I'll say like a 4.
okay.
Do a 4 out of 5 for me. And on a quick note, before we get into anything else, since we're on movies right now,
Right.
I got to see an advanced screening of The Disaster Artist, which, if you don't know what The Disaster Artist is, or you've seen it but you don't know exactly what it's about, it's based off of a book written by Greg Sestero, telling the friendship of him and Tommy Wiseau
The very talented director.
Yes.
Tommy Wiseau.
For their movie The Room, that's also like it's like a documentary. It's like a I don't know, not really a documentary. Well, the book is like a documentary on their friendship and the making of The Room. It would go back and forth between the friendship and then during this making of The Room, which The Room is dubbed one of the worst films ever made, but it's so bad it's good.
Right.
So I mean,
and like Seth Rogen and James Franco were just kind of obsessed with it, right? And
yeah, like when I read James Franco, I heard Seth Rogen in an interview talk about James Franco didn't know about this until they were making the interview.
Oh, wow.
And he read the book while they were making the interview and went and saw it in, I think, Canada or something, where he was at one point, and watched it. And then he was just so intrigued that he wanted to make the book into a movie, which the book is amazing. I would recommend, you can read it, but I would recommend you downloading it and listening to the audio book of it, because Greg Sestero narrates it, but he also, when he talks about Tommy, or like when he makes Tommy talk or mimicking Tommy, his like, it's like almost spot on. He almost sounds exactly like his impersonation, exactly like Tommy, and it's pretty funny. I mean, it's a book that just, it's like not like it was made to be funny because it's true life stuff. It's just the circumstances that happen and makes it funny. And that's like the movie, it's like it wasn't written to be a straight up comedy, because it's just the events that happen, and then it's just funny, the stuff that happens in it.
So they like knew it was shitty when they were making it, right?
What
is that part of the joke? Like the cast knew, like, hey, this is really bad when they're making it, or
eventually.
But Tommy was always just so serious about it, and
yeah, and then you think about it too, like even though he was set to make a drama and everyone laughs at this movie, he still set out to what he did to do. He set out to make a well-known movie. Even though it didn't go the way he wanted to, people still know of his movie, and he's famous because of this movie. And he followed his dream, and it came true, whether it was for different circumstances.
Yeah.
He still, but the movie had to be changed. I mean, it says based on the book. It's not going to be exactly how it is, but like a lot of stuff, it's like, okay, it is, and then, okay, they made it shorter, had to throw it in real quick, and some of the stuff was like tweaked a little bit just to make it like go through smooth or quick, so then you don't have to hear the whole story or stuff like that. So I mean, it was really well put together. It showed the friendship, how the friendship was and stuff, and how chaotic on the room it was to film it during production and all this stuff. So I recommend, if you're a fan of The Room, to go see it. If you're not, if you never heard of it,
you don't on YouTube, can you?
What, The Room? I don't know. You can go get it on Amazon for $10. But if you're interested in watching this movie, you've never seen The Room or read the book, I recommend you at least watch the movie The Room before you watch The Disaster Artist. Because we went there. It was me, my buddy from work, Leo, and then my friend Matt and his girlfriend LJ and their roommate Steph. And we were sitting there, and then Leo started talking, or this girl started talking to Leo, and she was just asking questions about
Chelsea?
it. Yeah, no. Leo was trying to not talk to her. But anyways, like Leo was asking how she heard about it, or if she's ever seen the movie or read the book, and she said no. And the main and he's like, oh, so you just probably here because you like James Franco. She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you won't probably really get the movie as well as you would if you've at least seen the movie The Room. So
yeah.
So yeah, I recommend you go see that. And I guess since on Facebook I rated it out of 10, I'll do it here too. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. So I recommend go watching it if you are interested.
Good deal.
So yeah. All right. What's that? I hear something else. Oh boy.
It's your friend Matt on a guitar there.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Back in the Disney.
But if also this is
The hard rock and heavy metal truth.
Back in the YouTube days. Which this stuff is on YouTube, but it was like where we could actually see us and stuff.
What's up, fellow metalheads? Just for old time's sake. Yeah,
This
man,
is the
I miss,
hard rock
I miss
and
doing
heavy
that
metal
shit.
truth with Josh and JJ. I'm JJ.
I'm Josh. We like music.
So there's been a CD come out recently, a couple weeks ago.
I think we've reviewed basically
Almost all, well, no,
at least all their newer releases every
Yeah.
time they did one.
at
you know.
least 3. This might be the 4th or 3rd or 4th one, but yeah. It's good old 10 years
10 years, man.
from Knoxville, Tennessee.
The most underrated band, one of the most underrated bands in the whole world.
And their
But,
new album,
I was hoping you wouldn't say that, bud.
is it As Ghost, or what is it?
I think it's How to Live as Ghosts.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
How to Live as Ghost. It dropped a couple weeks ago. Your phone sucks.
I put a new screen on it thinking it would be faster, but it's just...
Oh, just the screen's gonna make it faster.
Yeah.
And my phone's being used to record this, so I can't.
I don't have good enough service here.
Do you not have my Wi-Fi?
No.
I've got.
It's How to Live as Ghosts.
Oh yeah, okay.
But, whatever. So,
We just had to do.
it's a band that we really enjoy. We've enjoyed...
I've
JJ's enjoyed longer than I have.
from the beginning. Ever
But-
since the Autumn Effect.
And, that's still... It's one of my favorite CDs ever, and I
Even
just
though he
did not
hated it.
like it when it came out. I was in a totally different time then. And if it didn't have screaming and shit on it, I really didn't care to listen to it. I just was in a much more immature time in music in my life there.
And but the last 2 10 years albums have been a little different than their norm.
Yep.
Still good, I think, but a little bit different. This one, I think, doesn't go back to the Autumn Effect. I think it goes back to Divisions.
More Division, yeah.
To the sound of that, and maybe Feeding the Wolves. Isn't that what that one was? The next one was called, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now that's their most popular album. That's, maybe Autumn Effect, but Feeding the Wolves, they had the singles. They sold all the records. That was the one that the studio told them what to do, and
Right.
Jesse and the boys just kind of were like, "Fuck you," and we're gonna put out our own stuff. And
Yep.
they've done that the last 3 CDs, and
As well, because you don't really make money off of record
Right,
sales anyway.
yeah.
So
they're down to 2 original members. The original drummer is now the guitar player and backup vocalist. So,
and then of
And,
course you have the original.
and the
Jesse.
original singer, Mr. Jesse, who I've met, a really nice guy.
Yep.
Met twice.
Not once.
Boom. But it's just a good album, man. All the way
Yes.
through. I think the
One-
biggest difference from the last one is this one focuses more on the instruments and stuff, and it doesn't have all the atmospheric. It does a little bit, but the other one felt a lot overproduced to me for some reason.
Gotcha.
I guess that'd be my only beef about it. But this one's just more bare bones. We're 10 years.
Yeah.
Here's our music. That's kind of what I think about it.
And then you got some songs that are catchy, even though they're still really good, like Novocaine.
Novocaine's top 10 rock song now too. They're finally back on the charts with that. So, and they're doing it all on their own. They tour. They push their own music. They don't have a record label per se.
Because fuck the
doing
man.
it, Yeah, they're just saying fuck the man.
They're going Kurt Cobain style.
I
Except
think
for they're not going to kill themselves.
Halo
hopefully
is
not.
still probably one of my favorite songs on this one though.
Yeah,
Nice.
Halo's really good. And that one that starts off really soft and gay sounding for a 10 years
Yeah.
song. What was it? There's something red. What is it? Blood Red or
Blood Red River,
Sky or
Blood
something.
Red Sky maybe.
And it's really, really good. But yeah, it's that song just doesn't seem like a typical 10 years song, but it's
Blood Red Sky.
Yeah.
But it's a very strong album, and if you've ever been a 10 Years fan, if you like their old stuff, you like their new stuff, this one should fit right in there with it, and I highly recommend it, man.
yes, I do too. Go to Spotify, check it out, buy it, do whatever. Just don't illegally download.
That's right. I pay $10 a month for all the music I want.
I pay 14. because I got the
Ooh.
family plan.
Yeah, I need to upgrade to that because
So Jessica can have her own playlist and shit.
when she's working in the house or whatever, she just always has the Spotify playing. And I'm like, you have Pandora. She's like, but my playlist is on Spotify. You know, married life.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Whatever. But that's it. I give it
I give it
3.5 horns.
I give it 4.
4 horns. All right.
And I guess we'll go to a next one. We'll review right quickly too. Well, Trivium's new album.
I would love to. That's awesome.
What's it called? I don't know.
The Sin and the Sentence.
That's it.
Yep, it's their heaviest album since Ascendancy, maybe. I mean, because they got 2 songs on here that don't have any singing in it. It's,
Right.
And it's I would say it's their heaviest album. Like the singer Matt Heafy has really worked on his voice because he almost lost it, and you know, he's trying to get. He listens to like death metal all the time, and then they're a band that gets accused of being super soft and stuff. And I hated their last album. Not gonna lie, I listened to it one time all the way through. Haven't touched it since because they wanted to do like a power metal Dio type thing, and I just wasn't feeling it. I don't want to hear that. So not coming
That's
from them
not
anyway.
really, because they're more of your in-your-face thrash, but better than thrash almost.
In which
Kinda
most
metal.
of the songs on that CD were like 5 to 6 years old too. They said so. They had been
Gotcha.
sitting on them for a while. But they wrote it while on tour with Heaven and Hell, with Dio singing for Black Sabbath or whatever.
Gotcha.
But anyway, I know too much about them too. I'm really particular about Trivium. I like them probably more than JJ does, I guess. But
I mean,
I just
I don't know.
I love them. But
I love their first like Ascendancy and the one after that. Then after that, it just like
you like Crusade?
yeah.
Well, I like Crusade.
And then after that was Shogun.
Shogun is one of my top
It's
5
okay.
albums of all time. I don't know
think,
why, but
I think the one I
I do
do
know why, but
like after Crusades, it wasn't Shogun.
the black one with that storm on it.
Yes,
In Waves.
In Waves. Yeah, I really like that album. And then after
This
that,
is their heaviest album since In Waves. In Waves is pretty heavy.
yeah.
So
So this one is. I mean, and I really enjoy. I've been listening to this, and this is all. I've been listening to that in 10 years,
yeah.
basically the last couple weeks. So
And I like this one because it tackles. It's kind of a concept album if you really delve into the
I
lyrics.
thought so. I was
About religion,
yeah.
like it's
I was
super.
listening to that. I mean,
They're
I
not
guess-
like devil worshippers, but they are very against church and organized religion.
Yeah.
And
which I don't like when people
Like-
do that, but it's I guess kind of subtle because you have to really pay attention to
yeah,
hear it to understand that. But like,
the song next to last song on it, he's talking about the congregation weeps, and he's
Right.
like, I spilled my seed on hallowed ground, and he's talking about Catholic priests and like and anyone, not just Catholic, but the child molesters and shit that usually hide behind religion, and it's
right.
that's what he's calling out. So I mean, it's really, really deep shit that he's talking about, and I watched all the videos leading up to it, and the making of the album, and I love
That's
those
what
guys.
he gets off on.
I do. I've seen them 6 times in concert, and it's just
Seen them several. Can't
at least
remember how many
5,
times.
5 or 6 for me. But
Let's see.
I've met them once. They're great guys, and
At least 4.
we saw them at an Ozfest one time. I know we saw them at Rocket Town once.
We saw them.
Exit In once.
I
Twice, I think.
never saw them at Exit In.
I know I saw them at Exit In.
I don't remember seeing.
That's
them
where
at
I met them, was at Exit In.
I don't remember seeing them at Rocket Town either.
Maybe we didn't see them at Rocket Town.
We saw them at
I
Ozfest.
saw Killswitch.
Saw Killswitch.
Yeah.
In Flames.
Yeah. Maybe I've only seen them like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I saw them with the original lineup of Slipknot, so
Truth. I've not seen Slipknot, which sucks. But that is another. This is like a perfect combo for albums here because
Yes.
you get the hard rock version or the CD for 10 years, and then the more metal Trivium. They
there
really
you go.
toughened up, and this is a great album, The Sin and the Sentence. So
I give it a 3 horn rating out of 4.
I give it a 4 out of 4.
Oh, there you go.
So, but once again, I'm biased. So
Right.
But I can't believe I gave Justice League 4.5 stars. But hey,
Yeah.
I'm just saying some of the CGI blows. So.
Right.
But yeah, so 4 horns, you can't see them, but they're up. So
that has been your hard rock and heavy metal truth.
Once again, we
on
may
the
bring it
Random
back
Ass
in the day.
Podcast.
JJ's been a little camera shy here lately, but
It's just a lot easier just to do it this way.
truth, because JJ does all our editing here. He's an unsung hero, really.
Well,
I pretty much
since
show
I do
up
it all
and,
on my phone, so
I show
Use
up,
the
I
computer.
drink his water, and I leave, and then JJ's left to do all the hard work. So,
and then he'll be like, "Oh, when are you gonna put it up?"
props to
When are you gonna put it
JJ. Yeah. So, I'm giving you props, asshole.
up? I know, but still.
All right.
Anything else? Anything sports? Oh, UT. Yeah.
UT sucks. Finally fired Butch Jones, though.
Finally.
Gonna fucking play Vanderbilt tomorrow.
And,
If they lose, they will be the first 8-loss season in Tennessee history.
Yep.
And that is a very sad statistic.
But their records are the same, so there's gonna be a close game probably.
Yeah.
Let's see.
They just kicked off the best player, who was hurt, Juwan Jennings, who caught the Hail Mary against Georgia last year. Because he made an Instagram video talking shit about the coaching staff. So he, kind of his own fault, I guess.
Right.
But everyone in the Twitter land of all universe is taking up for him, so.
Well, yeah, because that
But-
Butch Jones was a joke, and then his staff was a joke. I mean,
And then this coach is the one that got rid of him, and he's not even going to be there after Saturday. So.
no. I think he thought he was, so he thought he was gonna beat LSU, and he was like, "Oh, if
Yeah.
I beat LSU, I'm gonna get the job." No.
They will burn Neyland down if they hire that fat sumbitch.
Do you know Chip Kelly's out of the question for you guys?
He's either Florida or UCLA.
UCLA. Yep.
I think he's going to go to UCLA. I don't
so?
think he wants any of Saban in the SEC.
Right.
But
Um,
and he just knows the recruiting out there better too,
right.
UCLA's a badass place. You're in Los Angeles, man. I mean, you got all the talent you could ever want out there.
Exactly.
So, I don't want him at Florida, obviously.
Right.
So, but
What do you guys think you're gonna get?
I'm thinking it's Dan Mullen out of Mississippi State. But
Still a lot of rumors about Gruden though too.
I am not on the Gruden train. I don't think that's going to happen.
If it does, it'd be good though.
If it happened, it would be good. There's no way it wouldn't be good.
Not just per se because of him, but just of who he would bring with him.
Who he'd bring with him, the attention it would bring to Tennessee, he could recruit fucking anybody.
Yeah, because you'll have more. Yeah.
Because who's not going to go play for the guy they watch on TV all the time,
Right.
And he's a good football mind. I mean, I get why people want him there. I don't get my hopes up. I'm trying to be realistic.
Right.
Dan Mullen, Mississippi State is like the Vanderbilt of the Western Conference,
Who almost beat Alabama.
And then they got beat by fucking Ole Miss because their quarterback turned his ankle all the way around last night. Did you see that shit?
No.
Whew. Broke his fucking ankle right on the field, and then they got beat. But
I know, and then you got Notre Dame who fucking shit the bed against Miami.
they did.
Fucking pissed me off.
I was with him, guys. He stopped drinking. He wasn't in a good mood that night.
No.
Where are you, buddy?
After a few more drinks, I was okay.
Yeah. It was a bad night for Notre Dame that night. But
That it was.
they're pretty much out of the playoff, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah. They'll go to a good bowl, though.
Oh, yeah.
They can beat Stanford tomorrow.
Unless they had an 8-team playoff, which I think they should go to.
They definitely should go to.
Then we would be in it because we're number 8, I believe.
Yeah.
Still, so.
Stanford ain't going to be easy, though.
No, Navy wasn't easy, but Navy's never easy.
No, dude.
Because that's square. Because it's like no matter how bad a team can be, whenever it's a big rivalry game, it's gonna be a good game no matter what. So.
And basically every game Notre Dame plays is a fucking rivalry game. So
Yeah.
you got Navy, and Stanford, and USC,
And that's it. Well, Michigan State, I
Michigan
guess.
State. Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Georgia is another rivalry.
Right. Yeah.
But another team that lost. So maybe that gives me hopes that Auburn could beat Alabama Saturday. That happens, then it'll be Auburn versus Georgia. Georgia can come back and be in the top 4 probably. Hopefully, would kick Alabama completely out, but I doubt it.
They're saying even if Alabama loses tomorrow, they'll probably go.
Which is fucking bullshit because that means they lost to a 2-loss team.
Yeah.
Fucking ESPN and the jacking off of
Now, if Alabama loses to Auburn and Georgia in the SEC title game, then there ain't no. If they put them in there, it's fixed.
If Auburn beats Alabama, Auburn goes to the SEC.
Auburn goes, that's right, yeah.
So that doesn't make sense. That's another reason that doesn't make sense.
Well, see, the SEC Network's saying that this could be the first time that there's 3 SEC teams in the final playoff.
No
and
fucking
that's
way.
Bullshit.
No
They're not
fucking
going to
way.
do that. So.
OU. Oh, if you OU and Clemson, shoot. No, if Miami wins against Clemson. I don't know. Wait, hold on. No, because Miami and Clemson won't meet until the championship.
Right.
So if they both win this Saturday, and then
See, Clemson's already got 1 loss too, though. So if Clemson loses, they're out of the playoffs for sure.
Miami will stay. If OU wins out and does their, because they actually have a championship this year, they'll stay in the top. So there's no way if OU and Miami win out. I don't think there's going to be 3 teams of the SEC. There's no way.
That's not. That's just SEC fuckers that think,
SEC is all high and mighty.
I'm a Tennessee fan. I'm not an SEC fan. So
There you go.
boom. That's the way that goes. But
I'm a Notre Dame fan, not an independent fan.
you guys in Navy are like the only 2 independents, right?
Army, I think.
Army, yeah.
Maybe one other.
I don't know, man.
I think Army is.
It's a crazy time. I remember when Dooley got fired for Tennessee. Like, this coaching search has been nuts.
Don't people want Kiffin back too?
Dude, and he's a good coach, but I mean, he's just
he's a good offensive coordinator,
and he's a good recruiter. But he also got caught cheating at USC.
Because he learned from Pete Carroll, but he didn't learn how not to get caught by.
And in 1 year, he was already under investigation at Tennessee.
Right.
Because he called recruits while they were recruiting other schools, and that's illegal. It's tampering. So I don't want fucking Lane Kiffin. He's just, let him come call plays. If he can score touchdowns, I'll let him be an offensive coordinator. But not happening. I need a real coach. I need somebody that's not Butch Jones, somebody that's been in the SEC because, they at least know what's up. And Dan Mullen's never beat Bama, but who the fuck has, really, except a couple people. So, I mean, I don't know. He's not a sexy hire, as they say, but I think he'd be a good coach. So.
And then
he put Tebow in he won the 2 championships with Tebow, and then Dak Prescott was his guy. So.
Who, by the way,
which they can't go to the NFL.
No, but Dak Prescott.
He can at least develop college coaches. Yeah, Prescott ain't shit without Ezekiel.
Yeah, they fucking. Wow, it was a horrible game.
Yeah,
I wanted Dallas to win. The only time I want Dallas to win is when they're playing anyone.
The LA Chargers.
Or the Kansas City Chiefs.
Or the Broncos.
And my Raiders have been crapping the bed too.
They won the Super Bowl on my Madden season just now.
Good
so there you go. I didn't win it, and I was out. I got put out. I simulated a season. That's the only reason I didn't win. But
gotcha.
Raiders won it all. So you got that. Woo! You gonna get that sweater that has from that commercial? That commercial's so funny.
Yeah.
Fitz, he's a guy on 102.5 in the mornings in Nashville. He's getting a better job at ESPN now, and he was with Mike Golick's son doing the ESPN radio this morning. And he had the Raiders sweater.
Oh, nice.
Like a Raiders Christmas sweater. He's a big Raiders fan.
Sweet.
And it didn't have the lights blinking, but it was a Raiders Christmas sweater, though. It had like black snowflakes and shit.
Cool.
But yeah. I don't mind the Raiders. I wish they do good.
The Preds are doing pretty well, I guess.
Preds are playing good.
They won in overtime the other night. I think they play tonight sometime.
I'll switch over to hockey as soon as football's completely over,
Right.
I've really gotten more into hockey even this year, so that way I'm transitioning from bandwagon to actual fan. I actually kind of know what's going on, know some of the players. So.
I mean, and you probably get updates of whether they win or not.
I get updates on ESPN now, yeah. But I hate being a bandwagon fan, but with hockey, I was just a new hockey fan, so I don't want to.
Right, it's not really You're a bandwagon to the. I guess the hype of the Predators going to the playoffs got you more interested in hockey, made you a bandwagon hockey fan.
I finally saw what all you fuckers are interested in because it's exciting as hell.
Like, yeah, you could be down. I think the Preds lost the other night. They were up by
It was
5,
4-2
yeah.
in the third period, and they fucking lost 6-4.
Yep.
God. That was crazy.
That's
I started
hockey.
watching an NFL game and got the update on my phone, and they lost. I was like, "What the? Did Becca just go to the bench and nobody was at the goal? Like, what the fuck happened?"
Right.
But that's hockey, though, right? So,
Exactly.
but I'm still gonna go to a fucking game sometime.
Yep.
Damn it!
But I guess since it's Black Friday today, happy late Turkey Day, Thanksgiving, whatever you want to call it.
Happy Pilgrim slaughtering the Indians Day to be bleak.
Happy first illegal immigrants day.
Boom! JJ with the fucking slam dunk there.
Even though but still, technically, I guess it wasn't illegal, but first unwanted immigrants day.
Right.
Same difference. But
We come bearing polio. Oh man. That's
right.
what we call Dead Space, folks. Whatever happened to Dead Space? That's random. Remember
Dead
that game?
Space.
They made like 4 of them?
Yeah,
They stopped making those?
I guess. I don't
I
know.
played the first one.
I've got the first one downloaded because it was free on the Xbox Live. I haven't played it yet.
They had the 3 months of Xbox Gold for $12 last night, too.
Yeah, I saw that.
I got that.
Yeah,
I think we're winding down,
I
folks.
think so too. 46 minutes. I thought it was going to be longer.
Yeah, no, I did too. We
Don't
kind of
think-
did a back and forth review
Yeah.
instead of like talking a lot. I could talk about Justice League all day, but like I said, I really want to see it again. So
Yeah, I don't think anything else. I don't know. I don't know of anything else to talk about.
Trump's still president?
I guess so.
Okay, well, that's still happening. So
Yeah, I guess that's it.
all right.
I thought we had more to talk about, but I guess that was still a lot. But I thought there was something else, but I guess not.
I'm fine with it.
Alrighty, that's a
We'll
wrap,
be back.
folks.
We'll be on camera again too. I'm gonna get JJ to get on camera again.
I don't know about doing like reviews on camera, but
Porno.
I don't think Beth would like that.
Not talking about Beth.
That's what I'm talking about.
Gonna end on that note and let y'all stew on it. And he's probably gonna edit this out.
Yeah, probably not because it's just too much work.
Let your mom hear it all.
She probably won't listen to all of it.
I commend. I want to know if anyone actually listens to us for 47 minutes.
But Brandon Hooper does.
He might. Maybe Sean, if he's got a lot of packages to deliver.
Yeah. Leo, if I remember to send him the link.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably about it.
We don't care though. It's cool. I'm trying to get back into. I want to do more on my channel, like solo reviews. Not cheating on you or nothing, but
I don't care.
I just kind of want to do more reviews and stuff because I'm at home a lot more. So, long story there. But for now. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, guys. We're gonna call this one today.
I mean, because like a lot of stuff you review, I don't really listen to. So.
Right.
Anywho, yep. I guess that is a wrap.
Yeah, like
Thanks
I
for
found this
rapping
new
with
Christian
us.
metal band. I found it, but I can't think of. They're called Phineas. It's a really good band though. Random.
Okay.
Look up Phineas, guys. That can be my.
That's how random this is. We're trying to get off, and then boom.
Boom. Some Christian metal comes in my face.
Whoa.
What? Whoa. Damn, I said that. You might have to edit that out. Some Christian metal comes into my head, and I relay it to y'all's ears. How about that? I'm done. Thanks for rapping.
Yep, that's been a wrap. Again, another wrap.
We ruined these last
wrap.
5 minutes, but I think the first 45 are pretty goddamn strong. So, boom.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for listening to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm JJ.
I'm Josh.
Peace.
Team DC. What?
Marvel. Peace.